right?
Oh yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, Gyro, Monkey, they already have the Void Spirit, so they got that combo down.
Are they going to put Alchemist in position 4 then to...
This is offlane Alchemist, probably.
Yeah, offlane, the old factory.
It looks like position 4 because... I mean, it doesn't really look like any team. Alchemist looks like Alchemist right now. And no other hero plays the game the way he plays it, so...
Yeah.
I was comparing it to old days of Warcraft 3 when...
Jesus.
Yeah, not great.
Team Liquid tried the Factory Alchemist in group stage, I believe, and it did not work out well. It reminded me of like one of the NA games. the infamous NA game where Alchemist had to sell all of his items except boots to buy 1 Ags.
Oh, wow.
That was 4 Zoomers? No. Oh, who was it? EG? EG versus 5-man Midas?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Alchemists that I saw were EG playing it, where Arteezy was playing it, and he wasn't giving out Aghanim Scepters to anyone.
Yeah, he was right clicking.
I am not a factory. I am the sole proprietor of this industry.
That's something that's possible from FNATIC as well. They could also roll the Alchemist as a safe lane, yeah, Raven. And you can see that they're also preparing for maybe a possibility of IO being a support with the Troll ban. But if you're looking at SCA, IO was 99% support.
Oh, yeah, Beal already played plenty of it. He was one of the first ones that made me encourage that this was a thing. And then Ame kind of carried the torch after that. And since then, I've been convinced that Core IO is the only thing that is permaban worthy in every single team, every single trip.
One of the things that works well against IO, because he's always connected to someone, is Grimstroke. You get that Soulbind, you connect them yourself as well, and if you get a nice combination. Right now they don't have any. Alchemist is kinda neat, but not that great. They could get something that can utilize that Soulbind a little bit better, perhaps. Overall, a nice Grimstroke game, a nice thing that they stole it away from Earth Spirit too, and now they steal the Elder Titan as well, yeah. Okay, they definitely have prepared for the Wisp. You can see the reasoning behind every single pick. Elder Titan usually paired with the IO, right, Neil?
Yeah, but this is... I can see the reasoning to taking it away from Neon, but what's Fnatic's strategy here? So, I'm leaning safe lane Alchemist. He's going to be supported by an Elder Titan. As much as I consider Elder Titan to be a lane bully, it's still you already have shown your safe lane duo, and Neon are going to last pick an offlaner that can abuse that. Yeah,
Neon is actually switching things up. It looks like this might be... It still could be IO mid lane, but it looks like support, because this is going back to Alliance and the way they played IO plus Weaver, which didn't work out for Alliance, which doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad strategy overall.
I'm trying to think if there's an offlane Weaver. Like I said, you do know the safe lane duo probably, Alchemist and ET.
Offlane Weaver is a thing that can work, but it's not my favorite, and it didn't really work well throughout all the DPC leagues.
The only reason I'm saying is because I want it to be a core IO.
Yeah, I agree.
Support IO has a 0% win rate.
Actually,
it does.
When eHome got a new coach, they started drafting so much better. They opened up with IO and Weaver. They put Weaver on the offlane, and then IO as, I believe, something like 1. So
it's possible.
It's possible. I've seen it before. They lost that game. So
who would they have to pick to be able to force IO into that core role, core position?
You mean Fnatic or Neon?
Neon. If they want IO to be a character, then who would they even pick here?
They would last pick a support because they're missing their 5 position.
So they're either depending on if they pick a carry or a support, that will determine.
Or if they pick an offlaner support, because they have Fnatic's banning out Beastmaster, so they're expecting it to be a 1 position Weaver, a 5 IO, and
4 Earth Spirit. But don't be fooled by OB.NEON's 4 picks, because they can be very flexible. Historically, these heroes throughout the SCA DPC have went everywhere, so they can still mix things up and adjust accordingly. Weaver versus Alchemist is not that bad for Weaver actually later on in the game. Once you get that Skadi, a couple of items, you can take him down. That's the point.
Yeah, especially with a puck on your team also. I think Alchemist...
Who does Fnatic need to round out their draft?
That's also a question. Is Alchemist going to be offlane, or is Alchemist going to be the safe lane? You can't really say for sure. Like, Neil said he would like the Alchemist to be safe lane. I wouldn't mind an offlane Alchemist, because if you give Axe to Void Spirit early on, he destroys this game. He's playing versus Puck, Weaver, Earth Spirit. All these heroes have mobility spells that they really, really need.
Yeah, but most of the carries that you would give a Scepter to are banned. There's no Monkey King, there's no Gyro, there's no Jug.
Big Blood.
I guess Terrorblade wouldn't be bad for...
Man, OB.NEON is really keeping this so open.
Yeah, I have no idea where these heroes are going.
Their Clockwork was played on offlane, on position 5, on position 4, everything is just... Like, here you go, we drafted 5 heroes. Now
Good luck.
Good luck, you guess where we're going.
I do think the safe lane combo, if it is a core IO, Clockwork IO seems like a pretty great lane with a core IO.
It is. I've seen it before as well. It's pretty legit.
And then the offlane duo would be Weaver and Earth Spirit, which is also tough for 2 melee heroes to deal with between the Alchemist and the... If it's safe lane Alchemist, still don't know. FNATIC don't even know, probably yet.
This is something else. I actually even don't like the Clockwork on offlane versus Elder Titan overall. Elder Titan Clock, he likes to come close and personal. Elder Titan is the same.
Come close and personal.
And it depends if you're fighting around creeps or not. But okay, Centaur offlane for FNATIC.
That's the best offlaner you could come up with?
It's comfort zone. Masaru's played it before, and they really like the Centaur.
Against Cogs and Coil, though.
Yep. It's offlane Puck, it seems like.
Support.
Oh,
mid laner.
No, Debil, why'd you pick the Weaver, dog? Is it a misclick? No, Hanwell. No,
Man,
don't pick the IO.
It's Yopaj with the Earth Spirit mid again.
Oh yeah, that's also true. I don't care. They didn't do core IO. It's 0% win rate on support.
Oh man.
Why you gotta do me like that, Neon?
So Nami, does this affect who you're going to predict now? Because at
No,
first
of
you're like,
course not.
all right, everybody, IO's picked, game set, let's go.
Does
But
100% win rate versus a 0% win rate influence my prediction? We saw China in this tournament on multiple occasions try to run. Doesn't work. I don't really know if it's been figured out. It's just not that great. Give Weaver enough of a steroid to solo carry the game, and he will have to be solo mid laners and Earth Spirit.
Yep. I mean, I agree with you. That's how it looked, at least. I'm still saying that combination is strong. It just wasn't executed properly. Will OB.NEON execute it properly? They have a very wonky draft. FNATIC, again, they're way more straightforward, have something very easy to execute, but also have their weaknesses. You're playing well because it doesn't even have to match up against you in the lane.
all right, let's do some quick predictions. I'll go first. I think FNATIC will take this one. I really like the carry Alk.
I'm going with Sumi. Like, I'm staying right there. She or wrong.
I would rely on her, but I'm going to rely on 0% win rate IO support. I'm going FNATIC also.
All right, keeping it spicy, let's get started with game 2. Will FNATIC be able to bring it back and bring it to 1-1 and avoid getting eliminated? Or will OB.NEON take it 2-0? Let's go over to Black and MLP to find out.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here for game 2 between FNATIC and Neon. It is, of course, MLP DOTA, joined by Black. Good morning again, sir. How are you doing today?
Good morning, sir. I am doing quite okay. I had a weird breakfast, though. Some weird, what seems to be like a 2-week-old kind of bread. But it's fine. I'm feeling okay. It wasn't poisoned. So I'm ready to go. Game 2, get some good DOTA on the way.
Excellent to hear. Nothing wrong with a bit of stale bread, Black. Sometimes that's what you need to help you out. And well, very exciting matchup. FNATIC versus Neon. I mean, game 1, Neon pulling it off. I was watching very carefully, and of course, Yopaj on the puck pulling through for the team. Game 2 with these drafts, Black. What are you thinking? Who do you think came out on top?
You should have known better.
Alchemist, as the panel already said, is looking very scary, and I'm not convinced by support IOs anymore either. So I'm liking FNATIC's draft quite a bit. Hopefully they can, get to a 1-1, and then we get a nice old-fashioned game 3. Which, of course, if I'm doing the statistics here, team that wins or loses game 1 and wins game 2 statistically usually wins game 3. Why is that, MLP?
Well, like, I've got to correct you. No.
Okay.
I've got to correct you, sir. This is SCA, sir. This is a classic matchup. I noticed you haven't been calling it this. But This is what we call a rambulan, right? Filipino versus Filipino match. A rambulan. Pronounce it properly, sir. Don't embarrass us.
A rambulan.
Right? Thank you very much, Black. Very hyped, the Filipino versus Filipino matchup. Obviously not full Filipino squads, but it won't matter. We'll still call it that anyway. And I don't think those statistics are correct, Black. Right? This is SCA. Anything can happen. It's complete chaos. It's a bit of a fiesta. And speaking of, Mr. Scam was dropping extremely low up at the top lane already. Looks like he does manage to get away, but another thing I wanted to ask you, Black. This support IO, 0% win rate. Do you have confidence in it?
No, I absolutely despise it. Core IO just seems to be way better. Because if you play it as a core, it seems that all the weaknesses the hero has, you know, just by nature, are simply taken care of because of itemization. Yeah, not a big fan of support IO. At all. Looking at the lanes, you know, Alchemist already sitting at 8 CS, and he's completely free farming down here, which is to be expected against the Puck Clockwork. They can't really pressure him at all. He's gonna get a really good Battle Fury timing and then probably just snowball from there, which is gonna be so incredibly difficult to deal with.
It's going to be very hard to deal with if Raven could just free farm this whole time. I mean, you've got to play hard on the Puck and the Clockwork, but I always say this about POS 3 Clockwork. It feels very unneeded, right? Because you could just run the POS 4 Clockwork and it basically does the same job. Now there's really just no pressure. Like, Raven's just going to have the freest time of his life.
Yeah, I mean, even POS 5 Clockwork does the same thing. As you said, I'm also not a big fan of that clock. I think like, both supports in general, like Puck, IO, just seems so underwhelming together. Like, where's the synergy? Where's the combo? Like, what are you doing? You know?
Tough.
It is. But game one, they drafted really wonky too, and they made it work somehow, so Neon, definitely not out of the game by any means. Maybe they have some sort of game knowledge that we don't. But so far, all 3 lanes are looking pretty tough.
That they are. And I'm even looking at that mid lane, Yopaj and this mid-Earth Spirit. Obviously one of my favorite heroes to see in that mid lane. Yopaj, he makes it work and he makes it look fantastic. But it doesn't look like an easy game, especially up against the Void Spirit matchup. Kind of hard to actually contest Moon on this laning phase, but so far Yopaj kind of keeping up in terms of CS, but he is 6 CS behind.
Right. And it's just all about what you can do once you're level 6, right? Who's gonna get a better rotation going? Is it the Earth Spirit or the Void Spirit? Void Spirit, I feel like, is a little bit easier to pull it off. Laning phase, definitely going in favor of FNATIC quite heavily. Like, look at this Weaver, only sitting at 9 CS. Centaur already at 18. Not the start they were hoping for with this lineup.
It's going to be very hard to catch up to Boot, especially because you have the Arc on the other side, so they're going to be able to be online much faster. And you're seeing they're trying to harass a little bit onto Jabs and Masaros, but of course they don't really care. Masaros, he already has the Ring of Health up, so he's got that plenty of regen coming in. Very free game so far. All 3 cores on the side of FNATIC top the CS board. Briefcase is coming out. Play hard. He's going to be all right. Briefcase? No, he's still going. Play hard. Careful, sir. That is a very hard briefcase. Stop is there. Play hard. Oh, he goes down to the end. DJ, he gets it, but the roll is out from Yopaj. They'll get the trade, but Briefcase always wins.
Briefcase always wins. He got just clapped in the back of his head. Takes me back to high school, man.
What happened to you in high school, Black?
We can't talk about that here.
My goodness. Might explain a lot.
Not my proudest days.
So I'm with you. I'll tell you what, I got hit in the head with the guitar once, Black, believe it or not. Top lane, Masaros. Inkswell out, Januel. You're going to be all right. In fact, Masaros now the one to drop quite low. Skem's going to have a go at this, and they do get it. Now, Jabs. I mean, a spot of danger. Yopaj going to roll in, but is off the mark. It shouldn't really matter. Jabs, he can run, but he can't run far. Skem, he's just going to chase him down and get the kill. A double kill now for the Weaver. And you know, they were having a bad laning stage, but you give a couple kills over to Skem like this, he's going to catch up real fast.
Yeah, Weaver definitely here needs to count off the laning phase swinging, and a double kill is definitely going to help him. Still looking quite rough on the CS. but overall, you know, was very much needed for his recovery. Alchemist though, still completely free farming, sitting comfortably 600 gold ahead of Weaver already, and it's just gonna get more and more out of control.
Death's hanging around. Like it's very hard for the Clockwork to do anything about this. He's sitting there in the lane. He's got to secure his own CS, looking like he's going for the Hood of Defiance, but yeah, Raven still continues to free farm. Very concerning stuff for Neon. Even the cogs can be quite dangerous to put down because Raven can farm those. Death has to be careful.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we'll have to see how they deal with this Alchemist. I assume... No, he's not going to Vessel. Oh yeah, okay, Joe Podge is going to Vessel. So as soon as that Vessel is online, they really need to start putting the hurt onto this Alchemist. Because that is going to be their timing to really take him down. Before that, I feel like they don't have enough damage to kill him. Weaver gets beetles on him, a ton of minus armor, they just slowly and surely kill him. But so far, Raven looking super comfortable.
Mid lane, 45-14 so far in terms of CS, and net worth right behind his Alk, having a very good game. Itemization for Moon, you think maybe just Yules into Axe, perhaps, on this Void Spirit?
Yeah, pretty cookie cutter. Phase boots, Yules, Axe, most likely to see that item build. I mean, it's the most standard item for him. He gives a good setup, gives you a good save against the silences. Top lane, Weaver.
He's gonna be alright. Masseros, needs to be careful. Yapaj, great rotation again. Magnetized pop, and Masseros, he is slowly but surely gonna die to the magnetization of the very nice rotation again. And I suppose that goes back to why this hero can be played mid-black. It's very effective at closing the gap extremely fast.
Yeah, you get high levels, you have a lot of damage potential. With that magnetize for that, what did you call it? Magnetization. I don't know if that's an actual word in the dictionary or not, but it sounds pretty epic.
Pretend it is.
Pretending. But yeah, it's a ton of damage coming out and good rotations here by Joe Podge so far.
Good. We're on to Death. Battery sold out. Aether Remnant gonna be off the mark. Inkswell, nice Cox push back down.
Invisibility.
Plays it perfectly. Playhard was coming in to try and help out. In fact, speaking of helping, Yapaj right behind with the Invis Rune, and Moon forced to simulate away. Just fine, they won't commit. Neon, they are still looking pretty good, considering the circumstances, considering the fact that this Alk is still free farming. It is only a 1k net worth lead right now for FNATIC. In fact, Io, mid lane, Genuel does die to Moon. Yapaj wasn't able to really help out.
And now it's up to 2k lead already. So the thing is, Neon are really the ones under pressure here. Like, they need to start making things happen, and they need to start making them happen soon.
BJ, danger, Death. Again, that Harry Soul gonna really lock this Elder Titan in. He's gonna try and stop, but even with the creep wave, it's gonna be no good.
Yeah, no chance
to find
out of there.
Radiant
But Alchemist is still completely untouched. This is the scary part about an Alchemist. He is closing in on his battlefield timing incredibly fast. He's getting a good spawn here too with those golems. A ton of gold coming out from those. He's already 1700 ahead of the Weaver.
Auto smash, Yapaj trying to roll out, but he does connect onto Moon. Now Inkswell is there. Then he's gonna try and help. He doesn't really have that much healing yet. Yapaj is still alive now. A great Cox out there. He will save the day. Jab trapped up with the Clockwork. He'll die. Skep is also around. Oh, that is a fantastic Cox by Death.
Yeah, saving his Earth Spirit and killing the Grimstroke. Unfortunately, not enough damage to kill.
BJ
Some trouble here.
needs to bring out the briefcase again, but it's not looking that loaded. Plenty of control. He'll turn on to play hard. Spaceship is there. Can he get it in time? No. No
Not
briefcase this time.
Like, he got briefcase, but this time, as you said, it was not heavy enough. Get the job done.
Moon. He's going. They found
Pulling him
Death
in.
this time, and Death, he's not that tanky yet. Gonna try and run. Stick charges, Cox out. Stroke of Fate. The raindrops will save the day. Skep. He'll show up, but there's your Astral Step.
Why did you make it?
Skep so low level and so low farm though. He's not scared of him at all here on his Void Spirit. Once sitting a 4.2k net worth, Alchemist retreated back to his golden triangle. So damn close to his Battle Fury. In fact, it's already flying out to him. Minute 10 Battle Fury. Let's go. Why not?
Very nice. In balance.
He's filthy rich.
Roll, Dream Coil, bot lane, they caught out the Grimstroke into the kick, and God, I love that combo. Kick him right out of that leash. Now Moon is actually quite surrounded
here.
Not an actual step, but the silence is in. Yopaj now rolling in with the magnetize, and he's silenced. Moon, dissimulate, is it going to be enough? He'll survive. Actual step to the green line, but he's going to die anyway. They at least get Januel. They stunned up the Earth Spirit, but Yopaj, he's not done yet. With Scam, they'll go right up to DJ. The Order Titan is in trouble while Death will hold Masteros back. Stampede doesn't look great. He gets pushed away. The hook shot to control. Masteros still in danger. Gets the Inkswell onto Januel. Rather play hard. A big move stop, but it really won't matter. Yopaj kicks him to the curb. A triple kill out for the Earth Spirit. 6-11 already for Neon.
Decent trade though for FNATIC still. They got 2 heroes, lost 3. And you saw, even though Neon won that team fight, the gold advantage is increasing for FNATIC because this Alchemist, with this Battle Fury, is farming insanely fast. Now up to 5k gold already. And he's just 3k gold ahead of the Weaver already. It is absolutely ridiculous. He's gonna have item timings like no tomorrow.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You a big fan of the Alchemist, Black? As a carry player, do you enjoy this hero? Or do you think it's just completely busted and you'd rather see it just gone?
I mean, it's not like super fun to play. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about it, you know, it's boring, but it wins you games because it just gives you like a great winning condition. Like, you can just see how FNATIC is playing, just make space for him and you win. That's like the most simple winning condition you can get.
Get on this one here. Inkswell gonna land, roll in Yopaj. He wants to try and protect the Earth, but they're gonna be pretty big, but Playhard is there with the Dream Coil into the kick, but the stop. DJ barely saved, or maybe not. Aether Remnant Moon, he will make it out, but Yopaj, he's gonna chase. He will chase Moon down and get the grade roll. Oh, he hits the bullseye and he all chats him. That's the way. Good on you, Yopaj. Mid lane, Masteros, he'll avoid the roll.
Arcane Rune, by the way. 2 seconds rolling boulder cooldown.
Don't say that out loud. I don't want any nerfs. I'm a big fan of this hero, Black, please. We've had enough nerfs over the years. Arcane Rune's fine.
By the way he's playing him, he might need a nerf, to be honest. But then again, he's the only guy in SC that can make it look like this, so probably doesn't need a nerf.
Thank you, Black.
What might need a nerf is this Alchemist farming power, because he almost has Saint Joshua completed just like 3 minutes after completing his Battle Fury.
I agree. I think Alchemist is a pretty darn strong hero. Raven still free farming. He has not been touched. Level 12, 10k net worth lead. You pointed out the Battle Fury, the SNY coming out soon. Into the BKB, and once the BKB's up, it's going to be extremely challenging to deal with Raven in the middle of a team fight. You've got so much magic damage, but he won't care with the BKB, and quite frankly, Scam on the Weaver, he's not dealing that much damage yet.
Yep, and he's also going into the Maelstrom, of course, which is another source of magic damage. This BKB, he's gonna feel like an absolute god on this Alchemist. Vessel will be dispelled, everything they can throw at him, doesn't matter, the only stun they have is gonna be that hook shot. But yeah, like he is
top lane. Masteros kicked out again off the coil, but they got a great stomp out from DJ. Here comes the chase.
He's gonna be alive?
Masteros, he's gonna make it.
He is.
He's out.
Right? Not enough damage coming out here. Like, I'm really surprised he got out of there with the Vessel charges and everything on him. But really tanky with the Vanguard, sitting at 2,000 health. More space for the Alchemist.
No, not Raven. Not like he was short on space, but you may as well get a bit more. Keep going. BKB next. Give it a few minutes perhaps, and suddenly Raven will join these team fights.
Neon. Take gold lead now, by the way. You look away for a minute. It's another 2,000 gold increase.
I do like that Death is at least rushing the Aghanim Scepter on the clockwork. I think that might be the way to play up against this Alk. You're going to have a way of getting through the BKB with the hook shot. The double comms is very effective. And speaking of Death, hook shot off the mark. Jabs. Nice juke. Will avoid that hook and instant death. Death will have to retreat.
Let me ask you a question though.
Yes.
Okay. When I say damage, where does it come from Dire side?
I agree. That's my main issue. In fact, speaking of, they might have their chance to show us now. Raven gonna run away. He's not ready yet, but Scam is gonna chase him down. The regen might be a little bit too high. Yapage will continue to roll through, and they'll find DJ instead. Roll, not quite on target, but it won't matter. We should be able to get this. The Raven now gonna turn around with the stun out, and the Masteroff controls them up. Jabs, he lets them know about it. You should have known better. Into the pot. They've got another play hard. He's gone, and FNATIC, suddenly they'll get Raven involved. A triple kill on the Elk.
So when you said there might be about to show us, you meant the lack of damage, right? Not that they actually have damage.
Correct.
Because that's what it looked like. They managed to kill a support, but all the other 4 heroes is full health. They just have nothing in the tank at all.
Absolutely nothing.
This is looking really scary. This Alchemist is so close to his BKB already. In fact, he already has it. Sorry, my bad. How? Okay, no problem.
It's a turbo game for Raven. Everything being thrown out, but there's your stampede. Raven is dropping a little bit lower, but not quite low enough. The pass out again out of Raven. Earthsplitter coming in with the hoop stomp. Oh, goodness me, this is looking bad. Neon do not have an answer, at least right now. Death, he's still trying to run. Raven, he's going to be on the chase. Have a drink, he says. Death, going to get stunned up, and another kill out for the Alchemist. Not looking great for this guy's side.
Kill his teammates a whole lot, but if Alchemist is this unchecked, you know, like how there's like this philosophy, yeah, just ignore the Alchemist, kill all his teammates the entire time, he can't win alone. His teammates aren't even behind the net worth, and he is doubling the Weaver's net worth at this point. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. You cannot leave an Alchemist alone for this long, and this shows exactly why. Like, this is the prime example of Alchemist game.
Literally, yeah. FNATIC playing it perfectly so far. See if Neon can find themselves an answer. I mean, I'm trying to look for one myself. Just very difficult to... not much, I'll tell you that. Not really much going on. I'm digging.
Now Hyperstone up already, on its way to AC. And they're just feeling very confident to go to the Roach Pit. Could potentially be a turnaround fight for Neon. Like, he doesn't have his AC yet, so he's not having the biggest amount of armor. The Beetles could potentially put him into the negative, in which he then can die to the physical damage. But they're not even contesting on Dire here. They're like, alright, you take it. What potential is the first steal though?
I think you have to, right? Because you can barely kill Raven once. How are you going to kill him a second time? You may as well try for the steal if you are this clockwork. Roshan is getting low. Death is still around, trying to keep his distance. Now we'll scout out again. Moon in position to block. Will actually break his own smoke, but the Aegis is down now on Moon. He's done a very nice target. Death really has no way out. That'll be another for the books. FNATIC, say thank you very much for that one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking for some silver linings here for Neon, but I can't really find a whole lot. Weaver finishes St. Yasha, I guess, which is nice, but Alchemist almost has his AC, you know, it's like the next tier of items already. Although the Weaver's getting his farm up a little bit, doesn't really look like he can match the Alchemist at all.
What would you do, Black? If you were Scam right now on the Weaver, what would you be doing?
Eager to know Dire's
I mean, there's not really a whole lot he can do concerning item builds. Oh, the Remnant just off the mark, so they're gonna get the outpost. Like, his itemization is good. It is, but it's just too far behind, because Alchemist is just Alchemist. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to get back into this game. It's so tough.
Mid lane, Masteroff looking for that initiate. Legend does get the hoop stop. Great coordination by FNATIC.
It's looking.
Yeah, usually I would say they have to find pickups with the puck, but he doesn't even have his blink dagger yet. In fact, he's really far away from it. Joe Page, 1,000 gold until he has his BKB. I think timings are coming out, it's just...
Yours out onto the weave on. They've got Scam. Bob won't be there in time. They're still taking him down. Masteros, he gets the stun off. Now they're it might be too late, Januel. He's trying to help. He will not be able to, though. The IO has no healing going on. FNATIC will just clean them up again. They found Death now. Death, he can try to run, but there's no way in hell he's getting out. FNATIC, they're running down mid.
Death found Death. They're fighting without the Alchemist, you know? Like they won without the hero that has 21k net worth. Like this is how bad the game is looking for Neon here.
FNATIC know it. They know how far ahead they are. Neon, they'll at least glyph up and defend the high ground for a little bit. But this net worth lead only going to increase as time goes on. FNATIC in full control of this game, and yeah, I gotta admit, Black, I still haven't found that answer.
Yeah, I'm still looking for it myself. Alchemist now hit 1,000 GPM, so yeah, maybe trying to set some records.
Why not? 1,000 GPM sounds nice.
Yeah, Weaver sitting at about 500 himself, which is by no means bad, but it's not Alchemist.
Remember back in the day.
Imagine every time you spend money or like you get salary or whatever, it just gets increased by nothing. Like you just make more money out of nowhere. How cool is that sound?
Sounds like a scenario that happened recently in the share market, but we won't talk about that too much. Raven, gonna go on for high ground, see a free tower.
Yeah, so how do you stop this Alchemist now? This is potentially the last fight for Neon here.
Another great initiation. He's down to mid-earth spirit. Yapar's gonna die. Scam, he's come in. Thermal Genuine. He's so confident. Move's gonna move in. They'll find another. It's not even close. They got Genuine on the IO now. Buyback's committed, but this could be the last team fight. They are trying their best, but there's your soul mine. Raven's in. He's already still playing out a second time. Onto Death. They'll get the clockwork. There are no buybacks. FNATIC, they're going for 3, I think.
It was a 5-0 fight. No one is even coming close to dying on the Radiant side. It's just way too tanky on all the heroes. It's really silly. Like, yeah. I think we're just waiting for the magic letters here. G and G. No, Neon probably kind of digesting them, us kind of thinking about what to do next.
Scam, he's trying to creep skip, magnetize your punch. He's going to jump in and try and fight this one out, right onto Masteros. But he's going to be worried about Raven. Raven's just hitting him this whole time. The BKB not helping him out at all. Now they've caught the IO though. Genuine, he's gone, and Yapaj will die again. Scam, he kills Jazz with the DD ball. I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately this game was super one-sided. 8 GPM advantage per minute. Alchemist filthy rich, also sitting at a good 1k GPM mark. There's just absolutely nothing you can do. Like, you let him farm as uncontested as he did, no chance. There was once a very smart man said if it's an Alchemist game, it's an Alchemist game. And this was an Alchemist game.
I do agree. It certainly was an Alchemist game. Black, let's head over to the panel and see what they had to think about this second game.
A very Alchemist game indeed, gentlemen. There's really not much more to say than that, huh?
There's one ex-pro player that we always talk about on the panel.